Welcome to another episode of Inside Stuff with me, Martins Oloja, on Guardian TV. This week, we will discuss a public policy, not politics. Everybody is discussing politics. And the question is the presidency afraid of Public Procurement Council? It is not a rhetorical question. It's a matter arising from what we are running away from, public procurement issue. It's a 16-year-old council that not many people are aware of, but it is a product of the law set up since 2007. It is a product of a tripartite arrangement from the Obasanjo administration, which sought to set up a set of laws, 3 laws specifically: Freedom of Information Law, Fiscal Responsibility Law, and Public Procurement Law. And the specific objective is this: to protect public funds and to have government to be more accountable and more open to people for public trust. You have access to information. Then public procurement is the issue, it's a critical issue in governance that leads to corruption. And then the law was made. Unfortunately, President Obasanjo wasn't able to sign the 3 bills into law. He vetoed the Access to Information Law, this FOIB, Freedom of Information Bill. But he was interested in Public Procurement Bill. He was also interested in Fiscal Responsibility Bill. And so on June 4, 2007, the then President Umaru Musa Yar'Adua signed the 2 bills into law same day. And then in 2011, President Jonathan signed the Freedom of Information Bill into law. But unfortunately, 16 years after, the Public Procurement Council, which is a product of Public Procurement Act, has not been inaugurated. It's a 16-member council to be headed by the Minister of Finance. The 6 members from the public sector include Minister of Finance, Attorney General of the Federation, Head of the Civil Service of the Federation, Secretary to the Government of the Federation, Economic Advisor to the President. Then there are 6 members from the civil society, from the private sector, including the Council on Purchasing and Supply, the media, and then some other members of professional members, according to the law, but it has not been set up. And so the Federal Executive Council has been handling public procurement instead of the council. It is curious why governments from Yar'Adua through Jonathan to the present administration have failed to set up the council to enhance accountability and to curb corruption in the public sector. This is the reason it is being brought up today to the new administration that will be set up from May 29, that there are institutions of governance that can protect public funds, that can minimize corruption. And one of such councils is the National Council on Public Procurement that has not been set up. Actually, in 2011, the government of the President Jonathan sought to amend it. They sent an amendment bill to the National Assembly. It was not passed. So the law is there. Interestingly, in 2016, Nigeria signed to the Open Government Partnership as the 90th member. It's a global concern. Then they signed to Open Government Partnership. In 2018, there was an Open Government Week, during which the then permanent secretary, who represented the secretary to the government at this Open Government Week at NAF Center in Abuja, it was actually declared open by the Vice President, Professor Yemi Osibajo. In answer to a question, the Olusegun Akindele was the one who said the current president had actually set up the council, but it was to be inaugurated a few weeks after that event in 2018. But till date, it has not been inaugurated. That is the reason I'm bringing it to the attention of Nigerians that it has not been set up. Public Procurement Council has not been set up. It will enhance public trust, and then we will minimize corruption. No one knows really why the Federal Executive Council is reluctant to relinquish that power to a council that will help the country. That is why the new administration should ask for that act that set up the Public Procurement Council. It's one of such institutions that we need, and should be on priority list of any new administration. So, members of the public, what do you think of this question of whether the presidency is indeed afraid of Public Procurement Council? Until next week, I am Martins Oloja.